All right, Lobo Hockey Network. We're here with Josh Carrillo. Josh, go ahead and explain what your role here is at Lobo Hockey Network.
Here at the Lobo Hockey Network, I am the play-by-play analyst. I am also in charge of media relations and advertising and marketing. So what I do is I help Grant and the team promote, from within and just get the word out about Lobo Hockey the best we can.
Okay. Most people who like the page or know what the Lobo Hockey Network is know somewhat about you. Why don't you go ahead and explain how you got involved with the Lobos and how you got to broadcast their games?
It all started about 5 years ago. I just started an internet podcast called ABQ Sports Crew, and I came to one of these games. I found out about Lobo Hockey for the first time, and I came down. I watched them play Arizona State, and I just instantly fell in love with the sport and with this team because they were really good that year. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, it'd be awesome if we can get them on the internet and play-by-play. So after that game, I went down to Coach Grant Harvey and I asked him, hey, do you guys have a play-by-play analyst or someone that can do the games for you? And he said no, but we're always looking for ways to improve. And I asked him, hey, I would love to do it for free. I wouldn't charge you guys anything. And started our first game in 2013. And it's building ever since. ABQ Sports Crew has done it now for the last 4 years, but ABQ Sports Crew folded last year. And now I started the Lobo Hockey Network with Jules and Brody, and now we're streaming them live. We're actually now going to be able to show the games to the people now.
What made you decide to do a live video broadcast as opposed to audio?
Audio, we used to average about 2 or 3 seasons ago about 1,400 listeners a game. The only problem was last year we were starting to decrease in listens. It went down about 12%. And a lot of the comments that we got, not only on our Facebook page, but the Lobo Hockey's page and Grant's pages, people would love to see the games. So I brainstormed and got together with Jules and Brody, and we, now we got an operating system and we're ready to rock and roll.
Describe a little bit of the audience that actually tunes in to listen or want to consume the games.
When we did the radio broadcast, it was mostly people from all over the world that were just hockey fans, because you were allowed to, on the internet site that we used, to put hashtags and people would type in like hockey, and Lobo Hockey would be one of the first ones to pop up. So our main audience is going to be just fans of the game who love hockey, and especially college hockey, because it's very exciting to watch college hockey.
What made you personally want to do this sort of broadcast thing? Have you always wanted to do hockey? Have you wanted to do other sports?
Ever since I was a little kid, I've loved sports. My dad got me influenced into every sport there is imaginable. When I used to, as a young kid, when I would go with my dad to his job, unfortunately he was a tool salesman and I would have to sit in his truck all day long, and we would listen to sports radio, and that made me realize I love talking about sports. Made me realize I want to get into that kind of business. So it's always been a goal of mine to get into either play-by-play or just be involved in the sports entertainment world. In 2015, I had an interview with the Anaheim Ducks, and in 2016, I had an interview with the New York Islanders. So it's getting me in the right door. Fortunately, as you could tell, I didn't get those jobs, but the number one thing both of the people that were planning on hiring me for both of those teams said that, if you just had a little bit more experience, we would have been able to take you. But, now I brainstormed, said, what can I do to, improve myself? And this is it right here.
Describe some experiences you may have had with the team, or just something while broadcasting this or being a part of this experience.
It's a blast. when we kind of first started our third season, I had a broadcast partner named Adam Nish, and we were playing Texas Tech that night, or the guys were, and there was something happened with the clock, and they were blaming us because we just happened to be sitting right next to the scorekeeper, and they were yelling at Adam and I to run the clock, and why isn't the clock running? And Adam Nish told him to calm down, and they got in his face, and Adam got up and wanted to go fight the coach, and so that was one of the greatest memories. Another one was last November. I got to go with the team to the Rock at High Noon, and we got to clean the homeless shelter. We got to we wiped down their chairs, the tables, sort of clothes for them. And then Grant, has become a good friend of mine the last couple of years. He comes over, watch some hockey games, and me and him really got into it last season because it was the Ducks and the Oilers in the playoffs, and he's a big Edmonton Oilers fan, and I'm a big Ducks fan. So I got to experience what he's like during playoff season, and I could tell you it's him and his girlfriend are quite hilarious, but it's developed into a great friendship, and now this, and I can't wait to get this season started.
Nice. What can fans of Lobo hockey or hockey in general, what can they expect? What quality can they expect? What extra things can they expect from the Lobo Hockey Network?
Lobo Hockey Network, we're going to do something that a lot of the other streams won't do. Doing player interviews. We are actually down on the ice. We're actually recording. We're getting to know these guys, and that's the biggest thing. Is we want the fans to feel like these are their kids out there, which some of them are, but we want to make sure that hey, they can tune on to Lobo Hockey Network and they can watch the games. And the biggest thing is when we got together with all three of the guys is we wanted to make this free. We know there's a lot of websites out there that were charging like $10 a game, and we decided, why charge people? That just discourages them from watching. So this will be available free, not only on Facebook, but if you missed it, we were going to post it on YouTube as well. So I think that's what gives us a head advantage, is that we're willing to do all this for free.
Okay. Go ahead and do your little sign off there.
This is Josh Carrillo, and you're watching Lobo Hockey on the Lobo Hockey Network.